Let's get into sugar and how it affects iron's movement. I already know that I'm going to be asked lots about fruits and if I like fruits. Yes, we want foods that our ancestors used to eat. We do not want processed foods. So processed sugars are different than naturally occurring sugars. If we take high fructose corn syrup, for example, what it does is it has a huge effect on our liver. This is because one of the roles that it does when we consume high fructose corn syrup is it stops copper's absorption. The liver is meant to be a very copper-rich environment. It should ideally have at least 2 times the amount of copper than it does iron. And high fructose corn syrup allows the liver to take preference to iron. So iron begins to build up in the liver. And how do you know this? Non-alcoholic fatty liver is a sign that iron has begun to pool in the liver. As a quick recap, what we want for the movement of iron is we want a bus. That bus is called ceruloplasmin, and it's a protein that transports iron through the body. Then we need somebody to unlock the door. That person is vitamin A in the form of retinol. We need somebody to control the door, and that doorman is copper. Copper needs to be locked to the bus, and vitamin A in the form of retinol, along with locking the door, he's in charge of all the locks, and he locks copper to the ceruloplasmin. Now that we have copper on the bus, we can then let iron on. So there is this really delicate balance that needs to happen. Iron doesn't move with more iron. What it really needs are these 3 really important things to help increase the movement of iron through the body. Now, this isn't just for people with low iron in the blood, because people with hemochromatosis are showing signs of dysregulated iron. So what we really want is for iron to be regulated. We want it to be functional. And when iron isn't moving, it causes a lot of stress on the body. This is really depleting to magnesium, and this is really hard on the body because the body wants to be at a state of balance, but it's struggling. Things that are synthetic, like high fructose corn syrup, are not going to help with the movement of iron, and that is an issue because there are so many little things that we can be consuming throughout the day that we don't realize the impact that it has. So the more iron that we absorb when we aren't able to move it means that it becomes stuck in our organs. And this interacts with oxygen. If you think of a cast iron pan and you were to leave water on it, then you have oxygen, you have water, and you have iron all interacting, and that causes rusting. So we don't want to be absorbing more iron than our body can move. I'd love to know below what your form of natural sugars are, because mine is maple syrup, and I'd love to know what yours is.